Shifting focus now, a landmark trial has begun in the Democratic Republic of Congo aimed at finding the first effective treatment against the deadly strain of Ebola, marking a crucial step in the country's fight against one of its worst outbreaks. The first patient has now been enrolled in the Partners trial, a large international study led by the World Health Organization. This study is done in collaboration with the National Institute for Biomedical Research, the Institute of Tropical Medicine in Belgium, the University of Oxford, and supported by Africa CDC. The first patient has now been enrolled in the Partners trial.
Earlier today, the clinical trial of two therapeutics began with the enrollment of the first patient. The Partners trial will evaluate the monoclonal antibody MBP134 and the antiviral drug remdesivir alone and in combination.
The trial tests whether monoclonal antibody and the antiviral drug remdesivir can improve survival in Ebola patients. The researchers will also look into whether using both medicines together will offer greater protection than the other treatment alone. Over 1,000 patients are expected to join the trials, and each patient will be monitored by the researchers for a time period of 28 days.
Treatment capacity has expanded with about 650 beds available in 22 health centers, although about 96% of beds are currently occupied, and we're working on adding a further 300 beds.
The Ebola outbreak has already resulted in more than 1,400 people getting infected and over 440 people losing their lives. Only 210 people have managed to recover. The world today has no approved vaccines or treatments, especially for this particular strain. The WHO has stated that adequate drug supplies have been secured and 4,000 vials of remdesivir have been donated. WHO chief, meanwhile, welcomed the launch of the trial as a major milestone in the global Ebola response. However, he has also warned that violence and mistrust remain serious obstacles after an attack on an Ebola treatment center killed 2 people.
Just this week, an Ebola treatment center in Ituri province was attacked, resulting in the deaths of 2 people, and the center was set on fire and patients fled. Such acts not only endanger patients and health workers, but also impede efforts to stop transmission and save lives.
Even as treatment capacity expands and testing improves, health authorities say identifying an effective therapy remains critical to saving lives and strengthening preparedness for future Ebola outbreaks. And for more on this, take a look at this report sent by our correspondent.
Thursday marks a major step forward in the fight against the Bundibugyo Ebola outbreak in the eastern DRC. Health workers have enrolled the first patient in its clinical trial, testing 2 promising drugs, the antibody MBP134 and the antiviral remdesivir. With no approved treatments for this strain, this study brings real hope. If successful, it could save hundreds of lives in an epidemic that has already claimed over 400 lives. Despite the huge progress, the WHO boss said health officials continue to face significant challenges, including mistrust and violence. From Lagos, Nigeria, Louisa Olani, WION The World is One.
To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.